What's up, everyone? It's Greg-tastic, and I am back again to give you yet another Walmart review. The other day, I think yesterday, I'm losing track of time. I reviewed a Walmart branded, well, Onn branded, which is a Walmart brand, webcam, and it wasn't the best webcam in the world, but I'm sorry, I'm having OCD with the stickers on this. It wasn't the best webcam in the world, but it was, in my opinion, passable, especially for $27. Especially if you're an adult and you have a job. Maybe you don't have a job, though. But if you're an adult who has a job, I would get something different. But if you don't have a job or don't have a lot of disposable income, or maybe you're a teenager or someone young who's trying to get started, it's not a bad purchase because it's not awful. But that's not that. You could watch that video review. I'll link it in the comments. What I want to do now is talk about the Onn microphone. Now, they advertise this as a podcasting microphone, and it's like $24.88 or something like that. So we're going to call it a $25 mic. And the funny thing about this is I have used this in quite a few of my videos when I didn't know what type of microphone I wanted to buy, and I had good success with it. Actually, I would say for $25 it hits way above its weight, because when I originally had like a blue Yeti or something like that, and at the time I didn't know like the mic had to really be in your face, and I also had limited space to do my YouTubing in, so I wasn't super happy with the mic. And then I sold it, and when I started YouTubing again, I just bought this $25 mic because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a microphone. I didn't know what I wanted, and I figured it would hold me over until I got something better. And it was actually really decent. Don't get me wrong. Now I have a Rode microphone. It's like $100 mic, and I really like it. And I got the arm, and I really like it. Now that I talk into it, I think it sounds really good. But if you're on a budget and you want your content to be passable, let's take a look at this mic. There's no unboxing this time because I threw the box away a while ago. I've actually owned about 3 of these microphones. I think I ended up returning one, but I had one originally a couple years ago, and that's still at my family's house. And then I bought one when I moved out, and I thought it was broken, so I returned it. And then I bought a third one, and I also thought that one was broken, but I played around with it more instead of returning it, and I found out what the problem was. So when you buy the microphone, this is what you get. It's just a little tiny microphone. It looks kind of like the guy from DreamWorks Pictures or something, but it actually does, like if you wanted to put it on a mic arm or a different type of mic stand or something like that, it does screw off, so you can do other things with it, like put it on a different type of stand or attach it to a mic arm or something like that. And there we go. The one, then it has like a little micro USB port in the back to hook it up to the computer. And before I get into showing you guys what the mic, well, not showing you guys, but letting you hear what the mic sounds like, I wanted to address one thing. Before I started doing this review, I went to Walmart and I was looking at all the 1-star reviews for the microphone, because I basically wanted to see, like, am I crazy for thinking this mic sounds decent? And a lot of the reviews were nothing to do with the microphone quality, but having to do with the Windows or Mac. I can't speak to Mac OS for my behalf, or the microphone's behalf, but a lot of the reviews were complaining that Mac OS or Windows didn't recognize it. After a couple of weeks, it stopped being recognized, and things about like it not picking up the voice on the computer, like it connecting and not picking anything up. So I show you this microphone. It comes with a USB cable, and I think That's something that Onn or Walmart needs to look into, the USB cables that they're sending with the microphone. Because the first one I got was a couple of years ago, and that one was fine. But then I bought a second one recently, and I was having a lot of trouble getting the mic to work. Either it wouldn't be recognized, or it was recognized and it wasn't picking up audio, or the giveaway to me that it wasn't the microphone. Actually, I lied because I did return that microphone. When I bought the third one, I was having the same problems, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I already, like, 2 of these mics having the same problems. The giveaway to me that it wasn't the microphone was that it was having these, like, I'm not going to First of all, I don't know where the cable is that came with this, but I don't want to hear the sound. It would make, like, this crazy staticky noise at times. So I started playing around with other micro USB cables I have, and funny enough, this cable that I use with it was actually also bought at Walmart and is, I believe, yes, I don't know if you could see that, but it's also an Onn cable, but it's totally different than the, I'm going to plug this in now, by the way, while I'm talking, but it's totally different than the cable that came with the microphone. So I have a feeling based on the other cool thing I wanted to show you is it does have like a little mute switch up there, which not all microphones have. But I'm sorry, but I'm looking at the microphone and it's flashing, and I'm wondering if it's gonna give me trouble, which I'm gonna have to reconsider my whole review. But let me get to that in a second. I think the microphones are having problems with the cables that they're sending with them, and they really should look into that because they're giving the whole microphone a bad name when it's possible, but that is really just the cable. Like at first, I thought maybe it was like the micro USB port or something else, or a whole bunch of things. I really think it's just bad cables that they're sending with the microphone. But I'm going to stop this for a second, and I'm going to make sure this mic is working how I want it to. And when I come back, I'm actually going to turn off the Rode mic, and I'm going to be speaking from the Onn microphone because I just want to give you guys a sample of what it sounds like, and you'll be able to directly compare it to the Rode mic since you just heard me speaking for 4 or 5 minutes on it. So give me a second. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I'm a decent distance away from. This is what you get when you try and say too many words, too many times, too fast, all at the same time. Distant. I'm a decent distance away from the microphone, and I'm gonna listen to it before I upload. But I'm guessing that it sounds pretty decent. As long as here's the difference between like the Rode mic and this mic. This one is going to pick up like a lot more. You don't have to speak so close to it, but it's also going to pick up background noise. With the Rode microphone, a lot of times I have to cut the video because I hear something on the outside of the house, and I'm like, oh shit. I hear something outside, and I'm like, oh, that's going to come up on the recording, and I don't want that. And then I stop recording, or I take a pause to get myself back together, and I go and listen to it, and it never picked it up on the recording to begin with. Like, if it's up in my face and something's happening outside, like sirens or honking or dogs, it doesn't even pick it up, which is lovely. But this is probably going to pick up a lot more background stuff. Another thing, I don't remember this light always flashing. Also, you could see, like, if you get closer to it, what it sounds like. I'll just show you right now. But I don't remember this light flashing like this. I don't know why it's flashing like this now. I just remember it being a solid blue light all the time, and then clicking the button turns it red for muted. But I'm not going to worry too much about that. The other thing that I'm going to say in this like review is that similar to the webcam, there are no like drivers on a website or a software or application to use with the microphone. And actually, my microphone just always comes, like if I'm using OBS and I want to pick this mic, it's just called microphone with a bunch of numbers after it. It looks like 10,000, 9,002. So like, you're not gonna have like that polished experience where there's like drivers and it's gonna show the brand and the model of the mic. Like, it's very generic, just like the camera, the webcam said USB 2.0 cam or whatever. So it's no frills. You get what you pay for when it comes to packaging. Apparently, micro USB cables. I would just assume, if you are listening to this and you think the quality of the mic sounds good, I would just assume that you're buying your own micro USB cable. They're so cheap. Like, what's the point? Like, if you're buying a $25 mic, and to me, I would like them to come with working USB cables, but clearly from my experience and the experiences I'm seeing on Walmart's reviews, I don't think they are. But a micro USB cable is like $1 or $2. So if you're buying a $25 mic and that's what you can afford, I would quote unquote just invest in the cable and get it yourself. So the proof is in the pudding, as they say. You guys could hear the microphone in action. I personally think I think this is more than passable, especially if you are playing with the settings in OBS. There's like YouTube videos that will show you how to set up noise gates and just make the cheaper mic sound better. But I would basically I would put this up with like a lot of $50 microphones and say, even though you're getting it for $25 minus the USB cable issue, it's pretty much like up there with a lot of $50 mics. And I'd give it a chance, if more so than the webcam. The webcam's more out of like desperateness. This is more like I would give it more of a solid referral. Or if you're someone who's thinking like you want to get an XLR, what is wrong with me? You want to get like a more expensive microphone setup, whether it be an expensive USB mic or whether it be setting up something XLR, and you don't have the money yet, but you want to start making videos, you could get a microphone like this and have it work in the meantime. And then again, like I was saying, as far as stuff like Zoom or just talking to people, like say you just want to talk to your family and you're not even worried about production quality, this will definitely get the job done. So I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. I'm also going to listen to this recording and just make sure it sounds as good as I think it sounds. And I'll let you guys judge for yourselves. Again, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any ideas for videos you'd want to see. I kind of like doing this budget stuff because I am on a budget. I try to like this is going all out for me. I don't have money to spend. Like, I would like to get a $250 mic, but I don't have the money. And then that also leads to, once you have a $250 mic, you're like, oh, I want a $500, oh, I want a $1,000. When you could get stuff done with the cheap stuff. You just might have to put in a little more effort sometimes. But I'm getting on a whole new rant. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, before I call this video quits, even though I already did, I just wanted to jump back in real quick and tell you, and I switched back to the Rode mic, obviously. I just want to point out, I did listen to the Walmart mic, and you can definitely see a difference in like my sound and the quality of it, switching between the 2 microphones. But again, we're going from $25 to $70. I meant to say it's $75 more. We're going from $25 to $100. I still feel if you don't want to spend $100 and you're looking at, I only have $25, is this going to be good enough? Or you're thinking about, I'm going to buy a $50 mic and hold me over until I could get something more expensive. I still feel that that Walmart mic is a really good deal. And like I said, you could play with the settings. So a lot of the things, that was just stock out the window. Here's what it sounds like. So you can make that sound better if you do your YouTubing or Googling research and find out how to. But that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to point out the difference, but it still sounds decent enough to me to pass by if you're on a budget.